When we started RVing, no idea what we were going to get into.
There's been times I'm like, well, why the hell are we doing this? Like, this is stupid. We have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on repairs.
Yeah.
If you are not willing to get your hands dirty, we would say RVing is probably not for you.
Right? Emotionally, it can really suck.
Hey everyone, Izzy and MJ from Endless RVing. We have a really important video for you guys. We're going to talk about the real world experience owning an RV, what's good about it, what's bad about it, and just some things that we've kind of learned over the past, 6-7 years.
So let's talk first, why do people get RVs? For us, it's something I always wanted from when I was a little girl, but it just always seemed fun. You get to put your house on wheels and go, and you can go anywhere you want. You don't have to stay put in one place. You get to see the country. You get to be together.
Yep.
To me, it just seems the best way to travel.
And it's definitely sold that way. You watch the RVIA, go RVing commercials, and they're at the perfect spot, set up with everybody is happy, their RV works. And many times that is the case, but there are many times that is not the case. And we want to kind of talk to you about things that you might not know if you're getting into RVing.
All right, so let's talk first about the cost of RVing. Now, when we started RVing, no idea what we were going to get into in terms of cost. And I remember before we were RVing, I had looked into Cruise America, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so expensive for the dishes and the fuel and everything else. It was a lot. So we got into this, and you quickly see between maintenance and repairs and travel and everything else, cost of an RV, it does add up.
We did another video, we'll link it above, when there was a comparison of traditional travel versus RV travel. We have found in our experience that traditional travel is actually cheaper. When you take in the whole consideration, the costs, insurance, storage, repairs, it's definitely cheaper just to get into your car, go to one place, and let other people deal with it. Now, you can offset some of these initial costs by buying used, and we've talked about that. But remember, most RVs out there, they start tending to have more problems as they get older.
Which we're finding out.
Right, so our RV hit 4 years old, and all of a sudden things just kind of stopped working, right? The awning went out.
Right at the beginning of our 5th season with her.
Yeah, and we have repaired those things. Thankfully, we have wholesale warranty. We've done many videos about wholesale warranty. We'll link one up above, and that's kind of offset the cost. But there's a lot of costs. Like, we have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on repairs.
Yeah. So for an example, we've had, just in the last year alone is really where Nellie started hitting the fan, if you know what I mean. Last year on our long trip down south, we had a huge electrical problem, which turned out to be a tiny little thing. Right, but we were stranded on the road multiple times with that. Yeah,
we've had issues, like I just said earlier, with our awning. The awning motor had to be changed out. We've had a couple of issues with our levelers, both the controller as well as some seals, and the motor has been changed out. We've had issues with plumbing in our bays as far as on the slide that we've had to change that out also. It seems like every trip we have, there's something, a little something. Most of them are not big, but there's always something that seems to be tweaked. We've had multiple refrigerators that have gone out, which we don't like.
On our 3rd.
Yeah. So what we're trying to say is that you need to be able to diagnose these if you can, repair them if you can, and just deal with it, right? Like when we went up to Lake George and our refrigerator went out, we lost all our food. We went to Home Depot, we bought a portable refrigerator, and we put some food. Like, it's just what it is, right? Like, you let it ruin the vacation, which kind of sucked, or you can just continue.
But we actually, I mean, we have fun when those things happen. I think it's like, you got to be spontaneous, things happen. It happens, and you just move on and you turn it into something fun. It's an adventure.
So one of the things that helps us deal with stress is getting a good night's sleep. And if you bought RVs, we've had 2 now, the mattresses that come from the factory are pretty bad. We changed out our mattress to a mattress from RVmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding. We've had it for 2 years, and we absolutely love it.
Right, they have products for home, sheets, cooling pillows, all of that. They've also won awards. They won the Good Housekeeping 2023 Family Travel Award for their mattress being a top pick for having a variety of sizes without sacrificing comfort. They're super comfortable.
Yeah, we have one at home. Also, Jason has one, which is pretty awesome. They already have low prices, guys, and they also have different types of mattresses. So whether you want a foam, you want springs, you want a hybrid of both, they have all that. In addition, for August, if you go to rvmattress.com/endless, put in your phone number, you will get a special discount code that will get you 30% off your purchase, which is pretty awesome.
And you have a 120-night sleep trial. Try it out for a couple months. If you don't like it, you can ship it back.
They're huge supporters of our channel. They've been supporting us for over a year, and they're headquartered in the USA, which is another awesome thing. We're going to put all their information down below. So how can you reduce your chance of having some kind of unlucky thing happen to you on the road? You may be saying, well, you had things happen to you on the road, and we did, but there's probably a lot more that downside would have happened. Number
Right.
one, you got to stay on the maintenance. If you are not handy, if you are not willing to get your hands dirty, we would say RVing is probably not for you, unless you just have buckets of money that you want to pay
somebody
people.
do it, sure.
Yeah, routine maintenance is really important.
Something that we do too that's very helpful to us is having checklists for each part of the year. So we have things that we do once a year. We have things we do every 2 months, every 6 months.
For every trip.
Right, before every trip. So we stay on top of those. Again, that I think has really helped avoid some bigger issues.
So for example, we're going to be going on a 2,000-mile trip, and I've been kind of plugging away. If you don't know, we both work full time, right? So it's not like we can sit at home and just, go through the RV. So I've been plugging away a little bit after every day at work, testing all the systems, testing the slides out, tightening the slide bolts,
Right.
checking the roof, make sure the seal, making sure the oil is up to level, carrying extra oil, running the generator. These are all things that you don't want to find out they don't work when you're 1,000 miles from home.
Another important thing is to try to stay knowledgeable yourself. And there's so many resources out there that you can take advantage of. Number one, first of all, is YouTube.
Yeah.
You can find anything on YouTube. If you need to learn more about how parts in your RV work or maintenance or things like that, you can go there. There's different programs, NRVTA or RVTI. There's all different places that offer programs that you can study more and learn about your RV.
Yeah, becoming familiar with your RV, like not using it once a year. So when we're driving, like I kind of, we've had problems, and I almost know like this is the cause of the problem, right? So this is where I have to troubleshoot. Another thing, some people hate it, some people like it. I mentioned it earlier before, extended warranty. You may like it, you may not. It has saved us a ton of money. It has paid for itself.
This year,
and then some. We are well over $5,000, I believe, in just repairs in the last year and a half. That would have been out of our pocket.
Yeah. Another really important thing, and can take a toll on you if you don't have this, right? Emotionally, it can really suck, is if you don't have a good service center near you. So we are very lucky to have two very close to us that we've mentioned in many videos, Gerber RV in Hackensack, New Jersey, and Country Classic out in Wantage, New Jersey. They are wonderful. They get us in quickly. They help us out. We're not sponsored by them. They're just amazing
They charge us
people.
full boat every
Yes,
time.
They do. Yes, they do. But they do good work and they do it fast.
Now, for some people, your dealership may be the only service center. Like we are fortunate, we live in a very populous area, so we have service centers. So that's why it's even more important when you buy your RV, you're buying into that service also. So make sure that the service center is up to par. Not only that they can fix the problems, but that they can get you in. So like when we call Gerber, I think the most we've had to wait is like 2 weeks. This has happened. It's something that like, hey, one of the main guys there is Dave. Dave, we have a trip coming up. All right, just bring it down. We'll get it done. So that is really important. That takes a lot of that stress out.
If you've taken anything from this video, guys, it's really to help avoid emotional meltdowns on the road, which we've had quite a few of.
There's been times I'm like, why the hell are we doing this? Like, this is stupid. Let's just go fly somewhere and we don't need to deal with this.
Right, but it's just such
there's a flip side.
It's such a great thing. So, in order to do that, take a lot from this video. Stay on top of your maintenance. Stay on top of your repairs. Be in touch with your RVs. It's like your kid, right? So just like your car, you have to take care of it and know what's going on with it.
As much as you can do on it, the better, right? If within your ability, right? So like I know when I do certain things, it's within my ability and I know I'm doing it correctly. Whereas if you take it to certain repair centers, they're just pushing you in and out. And nobody is going to take better care of your RV than you, right? So that's what we're trying to say. And when those things come up, when things break down at the wrong time, it's just what it is, guys. It's part of the adventure.
Cry, but then move on, and it is part of the adventure. And I think it's what makes RVing, it makes it fun. It keeps you on your toes.
The worst thing that ever happened to us is when we had to get towed. We dealt with it and we didn't miss our event, and you become resourceful. So things happen, but as long as you're healthy and you're having fun, you're all good. So in the comments below, let us know what has been your adventure RVing. If there's some veteran RVers out there, I'm sure you have a lot of stories. And if there's some newbies out there, read some of those stories so that you can prepare for what you get into. And if you like videos like this to the left of us, we'll put our RV tours playlist, we'll put our RV newbies playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's Journey of a Lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.